Former Maldivian President Nasheed, in fact, has been taken into arrest. Remember, he had taken refuge in the Indian High Commission for several days to evade arrest. He has now been taken into custody. Madhav is on the phone line with more details. Madhav, a very, very significant development as far as the political scenario in the country is concerned. Earlier, we had been told that an understanding perhaps had been reached by the Indian External Affairs Ministry as well as the ruling party in the Maldives to ensure that the former president would not be arrested and be allowed to participate in the upcoming elections.
Absolutely, and that's exactly why it would be interesting to see how the Ministry of External Affairs of the Government of India really reacts to this entire development, because the Ministry of External Affairs at whatever level had played a significant role in really mediating between former President Nasheed and the current regime in Maldives, and it was after an assurance that nothing would happen in terms of arrest or detention of President Nasheed that really it was based on that assurance that Nasheed finally left the Indian High Commission over there and really came out of it in Maldives. In that light, at some level or the other, whether this is really going to be seen by India as a letdown in terms of the assurances given to the Indian government as well is something that we would really have to look at.
Okay,
in that sense,
Madhav, going to interrupt you now. Mr. Ghafoor is joining us on the phone line. He is from the MDP. Mr. Ghafoor, how do you react? This was imminent in some ways. How do you react to the arrest of the former president?
He's just been taken away about 30 minutes ago very violently by 20 masked police, and the country is in shock. As MPs, there were 30 MPs voting at the time he was taken away. So the idea was voting for two significant bills. One bill was about political parties, and when we passed that bill, that's the end of Wahid's party, the man who's pulled a coup, the former vice president. And so he's been taken away. We fear for his life, actually.
So you have earlier also claimed that the former president fears for his life. He has now been taken into custody. The hearing is tomorrow. How are you dealing with your party workers at this moment?
Actually, I think people are coming out onto the street. There will be, I think, public action. It's a very tense situation. I think people are slowly coming out of their houses and they are heading towards the police station, I believe. But we have just finished Parliament. We have come out. I'm still inside the Parliament building trying to get a grip of this. But what we know is they just snatched him from home and taken him away.
So, considering that elections are coming up in your country, do you think this arrest is an attempt by the opposition, the ruling party at the moment, to deny Mr. Nasheed from running in the electoral process?
Actually, there is no ruling party. It's a small party. He's the vice president. And what they want to do is they want to get Nasheed out of the elections. That's all. So, I mean,
Can I ask?
That's all. Sorry.
Mr. Ghafoor, it's Megha here. We just wanted to understand, Mr. Ghafoor, exactly what is happening there, because we are getting reports which are kind of conflicting in nature. So could you please tell us what exactly is what you're seeing there on the grounds? Can you confirm it to us that he has been taken to the court and that he has been arrested, and it's not just a court order to produce him, but to produce him in custody?
Well, what I understand is this morning, there was a court order sent by the Kulumale court, and the court order was sent to the police to arrest him and produce him to court at 4:30 tomorrow.